pie and kind of
They had a
crossed
baby.
them,
Yeah.
and they had a baby, that is what a derby pie would be, and it is.
So it's a
chocolate
pecan pie.
Heat it up in the microwave for just a few 20, 30 seconds, and then throw a scoop of ice cream on it.
Oh man!
And I'm telling you, I ate about half of one, unfortunately, yesterday, and
Did you pass out afterwards?
I was miserable all night long. I was just, you get that feeling where you just eat way too much and you're just miserable. And I was miserable all night long. And Carl, who sleeps in the bed with Susan and I, he was, he didn't like me getting up and getting, rolling around and being uncomfortable because that makes Carl uncomfortable.
I could see that.
And so Carl kind of gives you the side eye, and dachshunds are.
Like, get it together.
There you go. Dachshunds are notorious for giving you the side eye when
I believe it.
They're not
comfortable.
They're not grooving on. They're not digging what you're
putting out.
Yeah. The NCAA women's college basketball crowned a first ever champion yesterday as the UCLA Lady Bruins, handled their business against number 1 South Carolina. And the Bruins are pretty much the underdogs when the Final Four started. They were obviously underdogs against South Carolina after South Carolina took care of business against the UConn Lady Huskies. South Carolina took it on the chin yesterday from UCLA by 28 points, 79 to 51. I mean, it wasn't even a contest.
Wasn't even close.
Both UCLA and South Carolina advanced out of their semifinal matchups against other number 1 4 seeds. As a matter of fact, all 4 seeds that made the women's college basketball March Madness Final Four this year, the same 4 teams for last year. And a friend of mine and I were talking yesterday as we were watching the finals as UCLA was beating up on South Carolina. And he mentioned what we had talked about earlier last week, that, there probably are not going to be very many more Cinderellas in women's college basketball.
Not that there ever really was.
Well, true. And I agree. And probably not moving forward, probably not a lot of men.
No. I really believe that, number one, that this is going to be a product of the whole NIL thing and colleges being able to have these collectives to pay these kids. Look at UCLA. UCLA spending money on athletics, apparently, especially in basketball, and you see it pay off this year with their women. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be more of the same, more of the haves versus the have-nots, and those who have the money and those who don't.
Sure, and I think it might, as far as the men's college basketball and football goes, it might be in cycles in the fact that some teams, some years, they could gather up more money, more ammunition, so to speak, more BBs to throw at their program, and do it, in maybe a couple of years or 3 years type of cycle, and then maybe lay off for a few years and then go back and do it again. I just don't see how they do it over and over, year after year after year, unless they've just got unlimited amounts of money. And, of course, with the Big Ten media, the way it's set up in the SEC channel, big ESPN, the big contracts with ESPN, the Big Ten, their TV contracts, so on. I mean, the colleges, those conferences and those members of those conferences will have the money to do it. But at some point they have to say, where do we cap it off? Where do we – because, players are going to be asking for more and more money the farther we go down this road, right? I mean, it's just going to be like the pay scale in the NFL and NBA and Major League Baseball, it's going to keep going up and up and up.
Well, and I think if these conferences are sitting around waiting for the NCAA to do something, that's not going to happen. I think that's why you've heard the SEC talk about doing their own thing, potentially. So I think what needs to happen is the SEC and the Big Ten need to get together and say, look, what do we need to do to structure this where it's fair for everybody? Because that's where we're heading. The NCAA is not going to do anything. They're just going to get in the way.
We are joined in the studio by L Train. What's going on, Landon?
I'm back.
You made it through the holidays.
Yes, I did.
Went up to see the folks in Louisville.
Yeah, it was a good time.
All right.
It was a good time.
Yeah. Did you see the twin spires of Churchill Downs while you were up there by chance?
I did.
You did see the twin
That's
spires.
very close to where my family lives.
Yeah, and the Cardinal Stadium is right next door.
there.
Right next door.
I actually went and got some broccoli for the Easter dinner right at that Kroger.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So,
There you go.
Let's go back to Friday's game between UConn and South Carolina. There was quite some fireworks going on there in that game. We're talking about the women's game. South Carolina was a 7-point underdog. If you go by the betting spreads, to the UConn Lady Huskies, who had won 54 straight basketball games going back to last year, including the national championship. I mean,
And then it came to a crashing halt.
but maybe even more shocking than them getting beat by South Carolina. Was the rare high-profile meltdown by UConn head coach Gino Auriemma, which one do you want to pronounce it? That kind of stunned the sports world. I mean, Gino's been around. Hell, he's been coaching for 40 years. I don't know.
It's got to be close to 40 years.
yeah, it's been a long time.
I mean, he's been around for a long, long time at UConn. Look, he's seen a lot of fantastic, hard-fought, physical games. He's seen a lot of high-scoring, non-physical, no D. I mean, he's seen it all. When it comes to basketball, men's, women's, whatever, he's seen every type of game that is. And they were kind of in a physical game back on Friday. Mm-hmm. They kind of got – what UConn is used to doing is playing good, tough defense and playing kind of a physical, down low, close to the rim type basketball. They kind of got hit in the mouth with their game on Friday.
That's what typically happens. Teams that are bullies do not like to be bullied. Just like teams that like to press don't like to be pressed themselves.
I mean, and then at the end of the game, and South Carolina up by 14, 62-48. 0.1 seconds to go, the coaches kind of made their way towards the center court line in the handshaking line, congratulatory mode. Ariana reportedly got in Dawn Staley's face, said something as they approached each other to shake hands, and assistants had to physically separate Dawn Staley and Gino Auriemma, and Dawn Staley was heard, quote, "I will beat Gino's ass."
Yes, she
multiple
did.
times.
Yes, she did.
Dang.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
she
mean,
did. And look,
she was not playing. She was for real.
Barbecue your ass in molasses.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know about in molasses, but I'm telling you what.
well, I think the big issue was Gino was upset that he had to wait out at midcourt or center court before the game, which is ridiculous.
And we're going to get to that too. And then after kind of that confrontation between Gino and Dawn Staley, Gino just hightailed it straight to the dressing room, didn't stop to talk to any. He was out of there. He was obviously upset and about the loss, and obviously did not handle it very well. And I think that's kind of the shocking point to me after watching him all these years, and him kind of talk this very, well, that's just the way things go, and sometimes you play well, sometimes you. I mean, being this very kind of cool, calm, collected guy, and not really pointing fingers. It seems like maybe I've missed some things from him over the years, but he's just kind of been this kind of cool customer when it comes to winning or losing or playing bad or playing well, whatever the deal is. And he just lost his damn mind on Friday night. I'm telling you. He went crazy.
He did. You know what I think? This isn't an excuse for him at all. But what it's really stuck out to me is I've seen a lot of his teams. Not that I've kept up with it a whole lot, but just over the years, they've gone on. You said they won 54 straight games, right?
Yeah.
So I don't ever recall Connecticut winning 54 straight and losing in the Final Four. Like, they've always lost the following year early in the year when they've had a big roster turnover and stuff. I almost feel like it almost shocked the system. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was a Final Four where he has gotten beat with a very long undefeated streak like that, but I'm not aware of one. And I think him being so close, he probably expected that he would get it, and he obviously did not.
Well, in the post-game presser, head coach for UConn, Gino Auriemma, stated that he had to wait nearly 3 minutes at half court before the game for this kind of traditional two coaches meet. You see it all the time, not in football, but in basketball, they kind of stand there a little bit and, talk and for just a few minutes. And then before as they're announcing players or whatever, after they announce players, whatever the protocol is. And, he said he had to wait nearly 3 minutes to shake hands with head coach Don Staley of South Carolina. And Don said, I'm not sure what he's talking about. I shook hands with all of his staff before the game. And maybe, maybe to Gino's problem with that, maybe there was a little gamesmanship in her not getting at, making him kind of wait.
Would he have brought it up if he won, though?
Exactly.
That's what I immediately thought. I was like, we're making a deal out of this, and like, Gino, if you guys blew him out of the water like you did the year before, would you have brought up a pregame handshake?
No. Absolutely not.
Like, what are we doing?
No, I think,
or was he just trying to just kind of at that point in time in the presser right after the game kind of come up with something to make people kind of understand why he was being such a jerk at the end of the game?
I literally think this is my conspiracy. I think Gino did that on purpose to take it away from the fact that his team choked and was undefeated and was on a 54-game win streak. Nobody was talking about that after the game. They were talking about how Gino made an idiot of himself. So he kind of took the spotlight. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like he did it on purpose.
Instead of making it about why his team only scored 48 points and basically got their ass whipped.
They did.
Why don't look at that. Look at this.
Yeah, look at me. Just look at me. I feel like that's what he did.
I mean, during the game, Gino was visibly upset, and told a court reporter on the court, South Carolina was beating the out of us. Pointing to a ripped jersey on the freshman star, Sarah Strong, I think is her name. Yep. But then if you looked at it, Sarah Strong reaches down and she grabs the front of her jersey and just rips it open herself.
Insanity.
That's nuts.
And he's talking about, I didn't see the part where somebody grabbed her jersey and pulled on it so hard it ripped it. Did you all?
That did not happen. She ripped her jersey.
She ripped her jersey herself, and so she comes. Maybe Gino's losing it a little bit. Maybe Gino is kind of.
He is old, so he might have memory loss. I mean, it's serious.
But
good grief.
He also accused Don Staley of ranting and raving at the officials to influence their calls. And that was all on Friday. And then Saturday morning, Gino goes on and issues a statement. Quote, "There's no excuse for how I handled the end of the game versus South Carolina. It's unlike what I do and what is our standard here at UConn. I want to apologize to the staff, the team. It was uncalled for on how I reacted, in how I reacted." And, it's noted that in his statement, he never apologized once to Don Staley.
Which is insane.
You see what I mean?
Didn't write. I mean, obviously, people say he didn't write the statement, but you would think he would have been
give a damn whether he wrote it or not. He's the man. He's the man that's held accountable for acting like such a jerk.
Right. So you would think if a statement is put out, they would at least put Don Staley's name as apology to this person who was directly impacted by the actions of Gino.
Silly stuff, y'all.
And he said, Friday he said, look, I really don't have a relationship with Don Staley whatsoever. Now, she was an assistant coach for him on Team USA in the Olympics. And, he said, other than, we're rivals in basketball. I'm sure they recruit against each other. I'm sure, there's a number of things done. And, of course, Gino, for a couple of decades, if not 3 decades, at UConn has been it. I mean, there's been basically no rivals.
Right.
They don't have any competition in recruiting. Of course, now things are changing. It's changing a little bit. He's getting much older. Newer coaches are coming up. Programs are getting better. Women's programs are getting better, offering more money or the same amount of money in a better climate than cold-ass Connecticut.
Storrs, Connecticut.
I'm just saying.
It's true.
So it's really, really interesting to see. And we're going to be back in just a minute right after this break, and we're going to talk a little bit about Don Staley's response to all of Gino's remarks. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour.
This is Coach Tredaris Goff from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family-owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Let's talk custom design jewelry. Did you know Tillis Jewelry in downtown Columbia creates custom design jewelry and has been for over 30 years? From one-of-a-kind engagement rings to wedding bands and so much more. We want each piece to be as unique as you are and create a family heirloom for tomorrow. Call today and make an appointment with one of our designers. And just for calling, you will receive a free 30-minute consultation. Tillis Jewelry, creating custom jewelry proudly in Tennessee.
Spring starts at Trips Ace Hardware. On Saturday, April 25th, join us for our 5th annual Spring Day. Our garden center will be in full bloom. Explore premium grills from RegTech, Weber, and Big Green Egg with live demos throughout the day, and Milwaukee Tool on site with a full demo tent. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia. Thanks for shopping local at Trips Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Do you have trees that need trimming or removed? Do you have stumps that you want grounded? A1 Tree Trimming and Removal is a family-owned and operated business local to Columbia and Lewisburg. They also service surrounding Middle Tennessee. We are licensed and insured and provide free estimates. No job is too big, no tree is too small. Give old Luke a call or text Luke at 931-359-3113. Or you can check them out on Facebook and tell A1 Tree Removal that you heard this ad on the radio. If you love America, then you will love A1 Tree Removal.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also an ice maker that didn't read the job description owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Murray County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090.
This is Debbie Matthews with the Nashville Realty Group, and if you've been paying attention, you know the housing market has been tough, but rates are beginning to thaw. So if you're thinking about selling, the time to jump in is getting better every day. But if you're thinking about buying, and those interest rates are still a little bit too high, a good agent knows how to negotiate interest rate buydowns, and I'm a good agent. So call me, Debbie Matthews with Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
This is Trip Stoltz with Columbia Ace Hardware. I love listening to 101.7 WKOM FM, Columbia, Tennessee.
The Mules are back in town, April 9th to 11th at the Murray County Park, Columbia, Tennessee. Live music, vendors, contests, and yes, mules. Mule pulling, gated mules, mule scrambles, and more. Join us Thursday through Saturday at the Murray County Park. Don't miss the Mule Day Parade, 11 a.m. Saturday, April 11th. Visit muleday.com for a complete schedule of events. Brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Happy you'll be, or the service is free. And the Murray County Visitors Bureau. Plan your visit now at experiencemurray.com.
Discover Prime and Pint in downtown Columbia, where great food meets great company. Join us for weekly specials. Tuesday is Texas Tuesday, with a rotating menu that gives back to local causes. Wednesday is half-off burgers and pints all day long. And on Thursday, don't miss our prime rib dinner carved fresh by our chef. Make your night memorable at Prime and Pint, 105 East 6th Street, Columbia. Prime and Pint Butchery and Public House.
Hey y'all, Sergeant Jennifer Dalton with Columbia Police Department here. You're listening to 101.7 FM, Front Porch Radio. Slow down in town, y'all.
Are you thinking about a new fence? Maybe you need a pole barn? Then you should give Sands Fence Company a call. That's 931-309-1644. Will Sands has built his business based on the principles of honesty, quality, and integrity. Sands Fence Company has been in business for over 20 years, providing their community with farm, residential, and commercial fencing, as well as pole barns and buildings. Call today for a free estimate. Sands Fence Company, 931-309-1644. That's 931-309-1644.
Experience snoring, trouble sleeping, daytime exhaustion? All of these could be signs of a sleep disorder. Dr. Samini Uman is bringing her sleep practice to Middle Tennessee, offering both clinic and online appointments with proven results. Telehealth appointments with no waiting rooms, home and in-lab sleep studies with local sleep lab partnerships, including Williamson Med Center. Visit oursleepdoc.com or call 615-302-8039. Your path to better sleep starts here.
I'm Chris Stewart, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, and you're listening to the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour on 101.7 WKOM.
I never meant to cause you any pain. I'm the one who wants to have you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain.
And welcome back in. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. I am Drake in the WKOM studios with Slim D and L Train this afternoon. And it was raining purple eggs yesterday.
Yes, it was.
On those kids, and they were just loving it. They were just loving it. I mean, how exciting for little toddlers to be out there running around. And, you know, I mean, Easter egg hunting, I would say, and Easter is just a very magical time for maybe 2-year-olds through 4 or 5-year-olds. You know what I mean? That age. Mm-hmm. Now, when you get to be first, second grade, you kind of get, you know, it's all about, you know, how many eggs you can get in the basket. You know, what your haul's going to be. Kind of like
exactly. Find the egg with the money in it.
That's right. But when you're 2, 3, 4 years old, you're just kind of, you know, you're walking around out in the yard, or you know,
exactly,
and finding treasure and eggs, you know, up underneath the grass and under limbs or leaves or whatever it is. And
I remember when I was a kid, my great grandma, she would have 2 eggs that she would put $20 bills in, and the rest of them would be candy. And I was one of the lucky kids that one year that found one in the drain pipe at her house. And I thought I was the richest kid in the world.
Well, there you go.
Easter. Yeah, that's memories that I love to look back on.
Absolutely, and that's why Easter is such a special holiday.
It is,
and it's such a great time to be a child during Easter and experiencing those types of experiences.
Exactly.
Okay, we were talking about Gino Auriemma and his reaction to losing the game against South Carolina on Friday, and then him being kind of a horse's rear end about it, and then issuing a statement on Saturday and didn't really mention his confrontation with winning head coach Don Staley of the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks. In his apology on Saturday, didn't mention anything about that. They asked Dawn Staley about that, and she said, I quote, "I'm of integrity. If I did something wrong to Gino, I have no idea what I did." And like I said, Staley was Auriemma's assistant on Team USA. When was that? Just a few years? I don't know. That Summer Olympics. That was 4 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
But might have been 8 years ago. I'm not sure.
Gino
when
wasn't
it
the
was.
coach recently, but in the past, yes, he was assistant with her as well.
After beating UConn handily, South Carolina looked like they were going to be the favorite in this game against UCLA. They were the favorite by 3 points. Now, whether they were the favorite over UCLA by 3, but just because of their experience.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Do you know what I mean? I mean,
UCLA's tough, man.
UCLA.
Clearly.
This was UCLA's first appearance ever in the Natty, a national title game
for women's basketball. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, for women's basketball.
Yeah.
But UCLA had something else to say about it. I mean, they were not done.
They smacked them around.
Like I said, they were a 3-point underdog. They were an underdog to Texas.
Yeah.
Beat Texas. They were an underdog to South Carolina. And yesterday, they broke out of the gate, and they never trailed.
Yeah, it was a snooze fest. It really was. I was looking forward to it, and then, UCLA
they dominated.
Like, we got it.
UCLA Bruins with the 6'7" Betts center on that team. Lauren
actually is
6'7". Betts, I believe, is her name.
Yep, Lauren Betts.
6'7".
Yeah.
6'7".
Yes, 6.
She is 6'7". I think their dad is a 7-footer though, so I mean, like she's deserving.
Imagine if she and Wemby ever got together and had a child.
That's a huge child. They have a brother that's 7'2".
Really?
Yeah. Her little sister Sienna Betts is on the team with her, and then they have a little
brother.
brother.
Every car in their whole family has a sunroof, so they can stick their head out the top and drop down.
It's like that clip out of Hangover 3 with the giraffe in the back of the car.
They're tall.
Well, UCLA dominated from the start to win their first national title ever in the women's program. This was, like I said, their first appearance. UCLA gave South Carolina a master class in defense yesterday.
Yeah, they shut them down.
UCLA never trailed South Carolina. It seems like South Carolina was a little hungover from beating UConn.
I think that's what it was. I was going to mention that. I think the whole Geno situation, and like I said, it was kind of strategic on Geno's part, even if he lost the game, to throw South Carolina off their game, because everybody was talking about Geno in South Carolina, and that might have contributed.
Not about South Carolina just dominating UConn.
Yeah, and that might have contributed to South Carolina coming out a little sluggish, in the Natty. Maybe. They got smoked, though, so.
At halftime, the second half seemed to, of the UCLA game, South Carolina game, it seemed more like a celebration on UCLA's part. I mean, it was kind of over at halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, and then in the third quarter, UCLA outscores South Carolina 25-9 in the third quarter.
It wasn't close. It was not close.
All 5 UCLA Bruins starters finished in double digits. South Carolina Lady Gamecocks shot just 26% from the field in the first half.
They were missing too many layups off the bat, and I was like, this is not pretty. Like, it's not going to go well for them.
UCLA secured the third largest margin of victory in women's basketball title game in women's basketball yesterday.
Well, it's just unfortunate for South Carolina too, because last year they also got blown out in the championship by UConn. So that's 2 years in a row they've made it to the Natty, but then they lay an egg. No pun intended.
Congratulations. Right here at Easter. Right?
Literally.
Congratulations to UCLA Bruins.
Yeah, congratulations.
Their coach was visibly, emotionally drained, but she was her emotions just overflowed as she was crying there in the interview after the game.
They deserve it. They were the best team in women's basketball this year, definitely.
Tonight's matchup in men's college basketball for all the marbles, the Natty. National title will go to the winner of the UConn Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines, after Michigan they just kind of embarrassed Arizona. And
I was not expecting that to that magnitude.
Arizona's coach they put a couple of camera shots on him, and he just looked like, somebody just kind of like stole his favorite dog, or he didn't know. He was just looked dazed and confused.
Yeah. I was very disappointed in Arizona. Very disappointed in that game.
Well, the matchup tonight, I don't know if it'll be much better.
That's what I was saying off
but
air.
You know what? I tell you what, the self-proclaimed best effing basketball coach in men's college basketball,
if anybody can
Danny Hurley.
He can.
He's the only man that could pull it off.
They are 19-0 in their last 19 games when they are in the Sweet 16 or beyond,
and they're
or moving forward. They're 19-0.
They're undefeated in Natty games as well, as far as I remember. I think
they might be
20-0. They've won.
That might have been on Friday. They were 18. They might be. No. Wait a minute. They're 19-0. Yeah. They're 19-0, Sweet 16 and beyond.
Mm-hmm. So, they got the odds and the record in their favor in that regard.
Now, speaking of the odds, if you want to bet on tonight's game,
odds.
You got to give up 7.5 points if you're going to take Michigan. But look at it this way. If you like UConn, you're getting 7.5 points. Game starts at 7:50 Central Standard Time tonight at Lucas Oil Stadium. Have you heard about the fans raising hell at Lucas Oil Stadium?
I have.
They didn't in the old days, they used to run the basketball court like from sideline to sideline as far as the football field set up.
Yeah.
Well, this time
Not this way.
they've got it running end zone to end zone angle, and they've just sold the NCAA sold the hell out of tickets and all these people are buying these jacked up ticket prices in Indianapolis, and they're sitting 100 yards from a basketball
They were
court.
sitting with me in Louisville watching it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
This is far away.
And there's all these people going online. Man, we got ripped off by the NCAA. It was terrible. We paid all this money. And people are like, I was in my recliner a few steps from my bathroom, a few steps from my refrigerator, eating chips that I bought,
I had a great
for
view on my
a couple
couch.
dollars a bag and some dip. And, but all these people, I guess, from Michigan, from wherever, from all over that wanted to go to a Final Four game, they're sitting. But, and other people are putting in the comment line on these posts, you're watching basketball in a football stadium. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's not like the court's going to get bigger just because they play in a bigger stadium. I think people don't understand that part of it. But, to each his own.
I don't know. So, Michigan 7.5-point favorite, 145 on the total. If you're going to bet the money line, you got to put $325 up on Michigan just to win the ball game. To win 100, got to risk $325. For you big money spenders, it might not be a bad bet.
Yeah,
but if you like UConn, you put up $100, you get back $260 on the money line. Just if they win, not cover.
Yeah, got to win it.
The question is, can UConn's defense slow down Michigan's offense? That's the question. Will Danny Hurley use the shot clock, run it all the way down on every possession? Because the only way UConn wins tonight is if they keep the score as low as possible.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a shootout with Michigan.
Michigan has been averaging 90 points a game, 90-plus points a game this tournament.
Every game.
Every
game.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour.
This is Coach Tredarius Goff from Columbia Central High School football. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Hey, this is Derek Ransom with 10 Pin Alley, voted #1 family entertainment center in Murray County. We offer 32 bowling lanes, giant arcade, laser tag, bumper cars, and a full cafe and bar menu. We also specialize in group events, kids and adult birthday parties, company parties, sports team parties, and holiday parties. We're located at 322 East James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia. Call us today at 931-381-BOWL or visit us at 10pin.com. 10 Pin Alley, it's where the good times roll.
In today's uncertain world, you can never be too careful about your family's financial future. That's why the Parker Group, a part of Baird's Private Wealth Management, is offering a free second opinion on your financial plans. Let us review your current plan, and we will identify any gaps and offer suggestions to improve it. Please call the Parker Group at 931-548-3737. That's 931-548-3737. Robert W. Baird & Company Incorporated does not offer tax or legal advice.
This is Mark Curry at the Trailer Store. We are a local, family-owned business. Every day, I work with my wife, Susie, my mother, Becky, and my son, Justin. We offer a full line of lawnmower trailers, utility trailers, stock trailers, and a full line of trailer parts. We also offer service. Come see us at 1021 New Lewisburg Highway. Call us at 931-381-2795. That's 931-381-2795.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Kelly Dobson, owner of Caring Hearts Home Healthcare here in Columbia. For over 20 years, we've proudly served our community, locally owned and operated, providing trusted care you can count on. We support seniors, individuals with disabilities, and even short-term care after surgery. From personal care to homemaking and companionship, our team is here to help you or your loved one live safely and comfortably at home. Call Caring Hearts today at 931-381-5470 or stop by in person, 1121 Trotwood Avenue here in Columbia.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley. And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wallcover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wallcovering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed. Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
This is Coach Devin Simler from Columbia Central Baseball. You are listening to 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee.
On the farm, uptime isn't just nice to have, it's a must-have. That's why JLG Ag telehandlers are a multitasking workhorse. Whether moving and loading more, stacking higher, or even accessing tighter spots with compact models, these machines help poultry, cotton, and row crop producers maximize every moment on the job. Once you get behind the wheel, you'll get more done. It's that simple. See JLG Ag telehandlers for yourself. Come out to Try Green Equipment in Columbia, just off Theta Pike.
Mini Cooper, Volvo, BMW, Land Rover, Jaguar. Hi, I'm David Usselton, owner of Usselton Motorworks Foreign Car Repair, located in Columbia, Tennessee. We're at the corner of West 12th and South High Street. We offer a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty on all repairs. Come see us in Columbia, Tennessee, or call us at 931-215-1765, or visit us on the web at usseltons.com.
Harmon Scrap Metal invites you to our annual Columbia Easter Egg Hunt. Join us Saturday, April 4th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Woodland Park Rotary Shelter in Columbia. With over 10,000 eggs, bounce houses, food trucks, and fun for kids of all ages. It's an event the whole family will love. So grab your baskets and hop on over for an afternoon of Easter fun. We'll see you there.
Columbia, your Love's travel stop just got a whole lot better. We've modernized our space at 1624 Bear Creek Pike at exit 46 to bring you more of what you want with fuel discounts, additional food offerings, and everything you need to hit the road with ease. Come say hi at the remodeled Love's in Columbia. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of your community. Safe travels.
This is Lieutenant Orlando Cox with the Columbia Police Department, welcoming you to Columbia, Tennessee, home of the Mule Day Parade. We're expecting large crowds, exciting parade, and a lot of activities throughout Columbia. As we celebrate, please slow down, stay alert, and watch out for pedestrians. Follow officers' directions and avoid distractions. Please buckle up. Let's work together to keep Mule Day safe, fun for everyone. Have a great Mule Day weekend.
I'm Chris Stewart, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, and you're listening to the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour on 101.7 WKOM.
Hey, Daddy, when you gonna stop playing?
And welcome back in. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. Thank you so much for joining us. If you ever have a comment, suggestion, or opinion here for us at the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour, just pick up your phone, hit 931-388-3636, punch number 5 for the comment line, and they'll get it to us. And we certainly appreciate and look forward to your input as we get ready for tonight, Monday night. Not football. We got national title game tonight.
Not football just yet.
Not yet.
Matchup in the men's college basketball finals has the old guard in UConn versus the new guard or the young guns. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
In Michigan, as both teams square off at 7:50 tonight.
It's a late one.
Central Standard Time. They're going to make it late enough so all the folks, I guess, out in California can probably get home.
Yeah. Smart.
And at least see the second half after they get out of the traffic on the 405 there. So.
They might well pull it up in the car. I mean,
the game is at Lucas Oil Stadium where the Indianapolis Colts play.
It's a great venue for it.
And Michigan's a 7.5-point favorite with a 145 total, somewhere within a half a point of that. UConn has made a habit of dismantling high-power offenses. I'm just,
the odds are kind of in their favor in that regard.
All tournament, they have continuously shut down high-powered offenses. Keys to the game tonight, probably inside the Battle of the Bigs, will be Lindenborg, who has been cleared to play. Yaxel Lindenborg versus Terrace Reed Jr.
Yeah.
Michigan head coach Dusty May says that AP first-team All-American Yaxel Lindenborg will play tonight after he's been cleared by doctors. So they got his MRI images back, or his scan back on his knee and his ankle after awkwardly twisting his leg.
And look,
versus Illinois.
I was a little skeptical about that because I'm a sneakerhead, so I know the shoes that the players wear. Lindenborg is playing in Jordan 13s. Now, Michael Jordan wore those shoes, and now they have better technology and stuff. But, Lindenborg, can we play in a real pair of shoes for the national championship?
So what you're so I don't get what you're.
He's playing in retro shoes. So if you were to play in some,
so
Nike,
he's playing something old school from years ago.
They have new technology, sort of, but it's
those
still
gold and black tennis shoes that he had on were
Jordan 13s.
Jordan 13s.
Yes. Yep. So it's like if you get some Marty McFlys and you want to go out there and play.
Great Scott.
I don't know what a Marty McFly is. What is
Nike
it?
Bruins?
Oh, okay.
Nike Bruins.
Okay.
But an older shoe. So I just want to put that out there for the people that watch Lindenborg.
So Lindenborg could be playing in an updated, high-tech,
I hope,
basketball shoe. He could have been playing in something like that, but he chose to use an old-school design, an old-school shoe.
He's been playing in older Jordans all season, but I think with the Natty on the line,
put some up-to-date shoes on, man. Yeah. Or you might twist your ankle and your knee like you just did.
Yeah.
I mean, who's to say?
I'm just saying.
Who's to say it's because of the tennis, because of the basketball shoes? But who's to say it's not because of the basketball?
I'm just saying,
man. Well, he's going to be playing tonight. He said if I can get up out of bed and stand up, he was going to play tonight.
He should.
So, in the paint, that should be a war in the paint tonight as Terrace Reed Jr., who averages just under 21 points a game and 13 rebounds a game.
Yeah, he's tough.
When he gets close to the bucket, he's almost impossible to stop.
Yeah, it's almost automatic.
Just whoop-pow.
He's the first person since Bill Walton to put up those types of numbers.
Bill Walton's
58% from the field. Yaxel Lindenborg averaging 19 points a game. Michigan is an offensive juggernaut, 90-plus points a game in this tournament. 44% from three-point range.
Impressive.
Held Illinois to 34% from the field. And Illinois is a high-scoring team.
Yeah, and they were missing a lot of easy ones, Illinois was.
The only way UConn wins tonight is to keep the score in the 60s or 70s. Point guard play, Elliot Cadeau against Silas Demary Jr. Demry Jr. Demry Jr. needs to disrupt Cadeau's rhythm because Cadeau is the part of that Michigan engine that makes it run smooth.
Cadeau is such a playmaker.
Assists, about 9 assists a game.
He's impressive. He's very impressive.
UConn looks for a true dynasty or to be labeled as a true dynasty. 3 national title appearances in the final game in the last 4 years.
I mean, that's because they have the greatest coach, self-proclaimed, the best coach in the land.
Michigan looks to end a long title drought. 1989, last time they won a title. 7-point spread. Vegas is banking that Michigan will take over the game late and overwhelm the Huskies, which is a big possibility.
Oh, yeah.
The Predators have been playing well taking care of business by winning their last 2 games. Tonight, they finish up a West Coast swing as they go back to the L.A. Kings. They're in a virtual tie with the Kings. In the case of a tie, they would win the tiebreaker. They're 2-0 in the regular season. Puck drops at 9:30 tonight in Los Angeles. Kings are a slight favorite. Magic 8 Ball for tonight. Magic 8 Ball says go ahead and take Michigan -7.5. Take Michigan -7.5 and bet the under 145.5 for a lower scoring Michigan win, Michigan national title. That's what the 8 Ball says, so we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. Have a great time enjoying the game tonight. And if you've been indulging in adult beverages, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a friend, call somebody who hasn't been drinking. This is the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour.
There we go.